You are welcome once more, brothers and sisters. We've been on for a couple of weeks now, if not months. The 12th month of the year, December. We have just a week to go. Last 2 weeks now, we're talking about the glory of the Lord. We have conference. Even last week, we were talking about thanksgiving. That we should thank the Lord. Today is an eve to a day that every one of us should be happy about. 24th is an eve to Christmas. And Christmas, to everyone here, is a thing that we should joyful of. It's a sacrificial giving by God Himself. It's someone given to us that day, which is tomorrow. Why did we need Jesus Christ to come to this world? Why? Because we're children of God. The Father made you in His image, but the enemy, who is still today, still working in you, in the world, came and derailed you from the class of God. This is why sin came to the world. And if Jesus Christ was not born a day tomorrow, we cannot be reconciled back to the Father. So restoration was ordered by God, and He did it by giving a son to every one of us. It's a birthday. We're going to celebrate tomorrow. And every one of us here, nobody will say, I don't have a birthday. It's their life. There's a day that was chosen for you to come. Even before you came, your heavenly Father knew you in your mother's womb. And He has to restore us back again as a children. This is why we receive of glory. Last week we talked about thanksgiving. You had it. If you're not in church last week, I'm sorry. You have to know how to be thankful to God. Thankful to God. Today, I want to carry you a level further, because many of you have been complaining around the whole city. If God is so faithful and He promised us something last year, January, prosperity and everything, we are now ending the year. We are still where we are. I want to let you know one thing today. Hear from me clearly. Our God is faithful. And He keeps His promises.
Yes, sir.
If it's not done in your life, now I want everyone of you to fall back to your seat and check yourself. How have I been doing all along? It all falls back to you. All is a platform of obedience. He says it. It is done already in heaven. But for you to manifest in your life, you have to make sure you keep to it by obeying His principles.
Yes, sir.
I've told you, God is a principle God. If you refuse to obey Him, nothing He can do. He cannot help you. So, today I want us to know one thing. That God keeps His promises, He's faithful. And if anything He says about you, you said you will wait upon this time, years, months, you are not seeing it, check yourself. Are you right with Him? So I want us to discuss on this topic of obedience today. It's what is cutting me and you short of that thing of yours that God has finished, but you are not getting it because of your obedience. What is the status? Many of us, you think, you saw what happened just now. We are reading on the school. We are reading Psalm 33. Towards the end, what did He say? 23:6. What did He tell you? But where are the others here? They are having something else doing, working with the enemy. That is super. The enemy is always at work. Know that for yourself. You have to make sure you disobey yourself. To say, no, I must be in His presence. Doesn't matter what happens. Snowing or not snowing, I don't care. Snow cannot stop me. I must come to His presence to dwell here because He's here. As He's here today, every one of you that is here, just know the Lord is going to be upon you and is going to carry you from near where you are to the next glory.
Yes. Amen.
No enemy can stop you.
Amen.
Yes, the enemy is always there to want to try to tell you, go away from here. Don't walk with the Lord. It's always there. We have to make sure we are conscious of what we are doing. Jesus Christ was giving unto us a day like tomorrow to celebrate. For what? Restoration. He restored us back, humanity back to God. So if He gave you the opportunity to be able to now ask what you want from Him, and you get it. He justifying you. You cannot justify yourself. It's not possible. Just because of obey by Jesus Christ. This is why we're celebrating Him tomorrow. He's justifying you and now qualified to ask Father, I need this from you, I need that from you, and He give it to you. But the enemy wouldn't want that. The enemy will advise you. There's no need. Forget about God. Because He knows what will happen when you yield to it. So, brothers and sisters, all I want us to know today is, whatever you are going through, do not ever think that maybe that is how God wants to be. No. God never made anyone to be made like that. No. He's not like that Himself. Do you know any hospital that Jesus was attending was on the head here? He was here for years. No. Tell the hospital where he was attending, claim, see how you ask doctor, I'm not poor, I don't need God, I don't need a foolish man. If you think you have house doctor, you don't need God, I'm a foolish man. Forget about it. Who is the physician? It's God Himself. So if you know that you need anything from Him, ask Him. Forget about the world is there. We have doctors around everywhere. Yes, it's true. But who is the physician? Is God Himself. He's Jehovah Rapha. He heals everyone. So, brothers and sisters, all we need is obedience. Many of you don't obey. Not they want to not say, I don't want to obey. Just because the word is not obeying, you say, everyone is doing this, I'll do it also. Is that how to live? You have yours now. As a Christian, your life should shine to embrace others. How can you be outside? You are drunk. You tell somebody, please, tomorrow is Sunday, you should go to church, but you are drunk. Will he answer you? He will only be laughing. Look at the one that to go to church, he's drunk here. You can't do it. You have to make sure you live the way you should live. That is why I tell you day in, day out to people, Jesus Christ never needed to come to this earth. He has been from the beginning. But He has to come to let you know the way. To show me and you the example. To teach us. Now He has dropped the relay for us. He's gone up. Take the relay yourself and walk your salvation yourself here on earth. But still, He was a woman like me and you. You will not say He doesn't know how difficult it is. It's not possible. Because He's not a woman. He was a woman here. But the Bible said He had no sin. So why can you not challenge yourself to live obediently? Without obedience, you can get nothing from God. You can get nothing from God. Let us look at the book of Matthew, chapter 1, verse 23. Matthew 1:23. Brothers and sisters, that is talking about the gift I'm telling you about that was given to the whole world. Why did we need a gift in this world? Because Adam failed. God was communicating with him when he was on earth here, but he failed. So we are all now driven away from the garden. Human being is now retreated from God. But he needed to do something again, to restore us back again. And that's what happened. Behold, a virgin shall be with child, and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which be interpreted as God with us. Today, God is me and you, and when God is in you, everything is possible.
Amen.
Just know that. Let your heart be filled with Him. Occupy yourself with Him. Let no space for the evil one. That space you have, let the Holy Spirit occupy you. Not the enemy. Otherwise, you have plans, other plans, that you not have time to worship Him. You have what He said. just now. Remain in my house, vineyard. But many of you, I don't have time. I will come 31st. Enter the new year, that's all. See, another 31st. It doesn't go that way. Brothers and sisters, don't do that way. We should make sure we obey. We have to think of how do we do it. It's a challenge for every one of us. Obey by keeping to his commandment. It's a principle God. He cannot change any law because of any of us. Say, now I'm in Europe. God should understand that he has to change his law. It's not possible. Brothers and sisters, the ones that are in Africa, they are not obeying because they are in Africa. It's the same God. Here you are in Europe, you have to obey him. So brothers and sisters, he gave us a gift so that he makes sure he does what? He restores us back to his initial plan for every one of us. And he has done it. This is why Jesus Christ came. He came to reconcile the humanity for God back. And that is what me and you, we have to do today. Anywhere you go, make sure that person knows who is the Lord. Otherwise, tell him the good news about Jesus Christ. Restoration is what we have to do on this earth. That is why he said, do my kingdom work first. Every other thing I'm out to you. He knows you will eat. He knows you need to dress up. But God will do that himself. You don't have to run after that. First of all, make a challenge to your life that before I do anything, what is God saying about it? Does it favor him? Or is this my own favor? Or is it my own will? Brother and sister, today, try to kill your will and attach yourself to the will of God. Otherwise, you cannot make it. It's just the truth. But we don't want to hear the truth. Jesus Christ, even himself on the cross, he said, everybody knows it was difficult for him. But he said, God, but let your will be done. He gave up his own. He gave up his own. And he attended the will of God. So also, make sure all your desires, keep them aside. Focus on Father first. He's the one. He has been from the beginning. And you cannot stop him. You cannot change him. You cannot change yourself to his principles. That's what you should understand. Many of us think we are too wise. Too wise. We know how to deceive somebody. We can't deceive the Lord. So brothers and sisters, I want to let us know that Jesus Christ has already come. He has returned us back to his Father. It's not a work given to me and you as restoration. That is evangelism has to be done by you. Wake up. Don't allow your other brothers to run away. The enemy is always there to call them, come to them, come to me. You are there to say, no, don't go there, come to me. And bring him to your church. Bring him here or go to any other church, don't concern me. Make sure he's attending a church. That's what I want. That's what I want. Not necessarily you must bring him here, no. Make sure that one attend the church. Otherwise, Jesus is coming out again. I want to be the story. You cannot deny the fact that he was here before. And he's going to come back again. No one can deny the fact. For that reason, it is enough for us to fear him. If you cannot fear him, who will you fear? If you cannot fear the Lord. When you know you fear him, then you have to obey him. His principles. Brothers and sisters, every one of us have the word of God called the Bible with him. That is where you know what it says or what you want to do in life. Go through it. Learn it. Observe his word. His words are life to our path. It will transform you. Unknown to you. It transforms you. That's why we have the Bible. But if you don't have time, from Monday to Friday to Sunday, you don't have time to read Bible one day, it will leave you 2 weeks. Some of you this morning, you look for a Bible for 30 minutes, you cannot find it. Where did I read last Sunday? Where I saw it last Sunday now? Oh, here's my Bible last Sunday. It's not so. This is what you'll be doing with every day. You will use it every day because it's the way to your life. The word of God is life to every one of us. It's your wisdom. Whatever you are looking for, it is here. But we think other things we have to do for other things. That's what that is important, you know, you have time. No. Kingdom first. Kingdom first. All other things you will add. That's what he said. That's what he said. But those of you that don't believe in it, please, and plead to every one of us today. You have been hearing sermon about Jesus Christ. good news from January till now. You have not made use of it. What are you doing? What are you doing? We are now only a week more. This year will end. And this year will never come back again. It's not possible. So do not say it's not late. There's time. There's no time. What about if Jesus Christ had to come today? What will happen? All those that are not here now, they run away. But I pray that the grace of God will dedicate them. Amen. That the Holy Spirit will assist every one of us to dedicate ourselves to Him. Otherwise, the world is not easy to live, because we know around us out there, we have a lot of people there to tell you to come. Don't go to church. Don't worship the Lord. You had this on the school this morning. Dwell in this sanctuary. But you think it doesn't matter. I can say on my own. It doesn't work that way. We have to make sure we open ourselves to be obedient. You must open yourself to that extent of being obedient. Otherwise, please help me open to the book of 1 Samuel chapter 15 verse 32. First Samuel 15:22. You see, and Samuel said, how the Lord has great delight in burnt offering and sacrifice. Many of you think, so long as I come to church once in a while, I put offering down, that is enough. Yes, it's good. But look at it. But know one thing, to obey is better than all those offerings you are giving, sacrifice you are giving. You don't think I was in church last week, I gave offerings, so God will know that one. You where is your obedience? If you obey Him, all His words, you follow it. Nobody can drag you away from sanctuary. No matter rain or sun outside, snow, that will say, don't come to church, you want us come. That is obedient to His words. Brothers and sisters, we don't just have to live like that, thinking I'm alive, I'm well, I don't need anything, so let me live anyhow. It can't work out. Somebody made you, and somebody justified you. Jesus Christ justified you. You should be able to obey to His Lordship. And by obeying to His Lordship, you have to follow His word.
Yes, sir.
What did He say you should do? Do it. Without it, you cannot walk out. It cannot work out. We have, the whole head is full of different atrocities and different things to do. So don't have to focus on what, let me see what they are doing in the world, let me do it also. No. What does the word of God say about what I want to do now? It's the things you go to check your mind every day. Check yourself. Check yourself. It's too late when you are dead. So long as you are alive, you can change anything.
Yes, sir.
The Lord is able to make you change everything. So all you need is obey to His word, because His word will assist you in living. Forget about you are in Europe. Forget about you are in Africa. Anywhere you are. So long as you are living, just know somebody is about for that, and somebody paid the price for you to reconcile you back to your father. You can ask your father, Father, our Father, I need something to hear you. Jesus Christ has done that for you.
Yes, sir.
And if you don't want to take Him as Lordship, then it cannot work. This is why we are here today. Nobody is here because of Thomas. Nobody is here because of anybody. But you are here to worship the Lord. And the Lord Himself will witness you worshiping Him, give you a thing up there. No enemy can hear you. Why? Because He's a protector. I told you last time, He does 3 things for us. 3 P's. He protects you. He provides for you, and He makes you perfect.
Amen.
No one can stop him.
Yes,
only you can stop him by not obeying him. And that is why I see that it's very important for us. Where we are now seeing 24th of December, what did I do? What did I do throughout the whole year to warrant me to be alive till today? From 1st of January to 24th of December, I'm still alive. It's not you, it's the Lord.
Yes, sir.
Days that are remaining. Do not say, we have few days to go. But I want to tell you one story. Whatever the Lord has already promised to you that you have in this same year, 2017, these remaining days that remain is not too small. Not too small. It can still make sure that it happens. All you need to know is to connect to Him. A week's enough for Him to do miracles for you. Do not give up. We are not carrying anything that 2017 over to no. Amen. 2017 we must get it. Nothing like say, if I don't get it now, next year I will ask again. No! Just know this year, God gave it to me. I want it this year. And He will do it. It's left for you. If you don't want it, He can't force you. God does not force anyone. He asks you to yourself, you use your mouth to ask for it. I asked somebody a question one day, why is God still say, whatever you need, ask with your mouth? You want to come because the other day Adam was saying, it's the one you gave to me, oh. I do me this one, oh. That's because you have to ask yourself with your mouth. So the story of saying, God, you gave me that He asked for you, it's not there. Ask, you know what you want, but you have to ask yourself to give a thing only because you ask yourself. He doesn't know what you want. He knows it himself, but you want to ask. So as we are all here this morning, I am going to do a prayer, but all I want you to take home today is you are not living on your own. Somebody justifying you. That one is your Lord, Jesus Christ. You cannot justify yourself. If your father or earthly father who gave birth to you cannot justify you, it's not possible. Now that one that justifies you, see Him as your Lord and honor Him. And by honoring Him, you'll be able to obey Him. You obey Him by His ways. No, He has restored you already. That restoration will transform you. That difference between you and God is no more here. It's now reconciling. When Adam was doing from garden, man was taken from God. But now, Jesus Christ came back to bring that city back to me and you, to God. So it's not left for you to walk in His premises. Don't take yourself out again. Because otherwise Jesus is not coming to die again. It's not possible. The only time He has gone is gone. He has gone, He has gone. So accept Him as your Lord.
Yes, sir.
Let us look at what Romans 10:9 is telling us. Romans chapter 10 verse 9. What He said at the end of the day is only for you, only to confess with your mouth the Lord and shall believe in your heart that He has raised Him from death, that shall be saved. So simple, but many people don't do it. Why? Because they have other things to think about. To accept as your Lordship is so difficult. Why? I don't even know Him. Why? Just accept it. When you are born, your father will tell you, this is what I born. Why do you not say, I did not see when you are born in now? Can you see when you are born in you? You are too small, you can't know. So the thing is, God is your Lord. He justifies you already as a woman being. You can now categorically stand up and say, God, please, I need this. You know what do you need to give it to you? Why? Because Jesus Christ has already paid the price. That's it, Jesus Christ has accepted your Lord. His Lordship, you must obey Him. So simple. Obedience is what I'm talking about. Today, go home, think about it. What is it I'm doing from the beginning of this year till now that's not in line with God? That I'll change my mind. So that He will now start seeing you as a child. You are now qualified to become a child of God. Why? Because He has paid the price. But you think you are too full of everything, you don't have time for Him. Brother and sister, please have time for Him. Seek Him first. He said it. Matthew 1:33, He will add other things for you. Amen. So why don't you stop it for all those things? God will add them for you. You said you don't know what you're going to Europe very hard now. Yes, it's hard. He's aware of it. Seek Him first. He's there. He has never failed before. and He will never fail you.
Amen.
Do not be afraid when they say, are you sure God will do it? Number one, you are very sure. It's not that He's powerful, His power Himself.
Amen.
Without Him, nothing. What goes in you? You are a powerful person.
Oh, yes.
Forget about it. His power Himself. So no matter can He do it, He can do everything. With Him, all things are possible. If the majority what is inside you, that gap, that bubble that's in your body, I want to let out to God Himself to fill you up.
Amen.
Let that God let it fill you up. Don't allow the Satan to come to any part of your body at all. No space for the Satan to live in you. Let the Holy Spirit of God to fill you. When He fills you, then His power is in you. Then anywhere you go, you become an overcomer. The authority He has already won it from me and you. That dominion is already given up to us. Jesus has authority everywhere, even on this head. Even in heaven has authority, on this head has it. Even beneath has it.
Oh yes, sir.
So everywhere is His, and that's your Lord. So what is that comes short of yours? The authority has given unto you. He has the authority which He now gives to anyone that believes in Him. And this is all you need to confess only. And once you believe in Him, just know you are not authorized over the enemy. No enemy can molest you anymore. Amen. Why? Because Christ is in you. It's our hope of glory. We don't have any hope anywhere. Even my Father gave back to me on this side, I don't have hope in Him. But in Jesus Christ there is hope. Yes, so for that reason, you need to obey Him. He said, my words are sharper than two-edged sword. Oh yes. So what are you afraid for? The outside will take that dagger, half dagger here. My words of Lord is even sharper than that your dagger. That's what I'm telling you. Don't be afraid. All you need to choose Him. Choose Him anywhere you go. Wake up in the day. Say hello to Him. Let Him know you are going anywhere. Let Him direct you. Pray to Him every morning. Amen. He will take you over. Yes, give Him the whole day. Give Him 99% of your life. Take only 2%. Not those of you taking 99% of your life. Give only 1% to God. I'll come on 31st only. It's getting for the whole year because you are still alive. That's what you are doing so. Now pray that none of us here will suffer pains and danger for them to know who God is. Amen. I standing before you, I have seen something. I know what it is I saw. I wouldn't want anyone to witness it to know what God is. No. Just listen to example and take note. You don't have to say, until let me also taste it now. Let me know how God is. Let the enemy come and do it with me first before I believe in God. No, please, brother and sister. Just make up your mind. Is the only way out. Yes, sir. Without Him, nothing is possible. With Him, nothing is impossible. Without Him, nothing you can do. Without Him, nothing you can do. Yes, sir. You only boast on yourself. Just forget you can do nothing. God is power in Himself. And is the one that gives us power to live. To make weight is the one. Don't pursue weight. It's the one to give us power to make weight. Some people will have, somebody say, I have an account of 1 million, but the doctor say you are dying now. You have an account of 1 million, but the life is gone. And the person died. What happened? 1 million is wasted. Yes, sir. So what you can't go to heaven with it. Say, oh, give me 1 million and go to heaven. Just don't argue with him. Buy the 1 million and give to him. And let him die. Then when it die, what happens? They bury some people with grave with money. Yeah. They go there. Don't blame the thief now. I can't somebody. You bury somebody with money. Say you want to die with his money. Oh yeah, bury him. They bury him with money. Then the following night, they open the grave, take the money. Bye bye. So simple. So this one, you cannot. You are taking out away. Then you came even without a clutch. You take us like that. Ah, that's why you came, and that's how you go. Unknown to you. This is why the best thing is focus on the one that knows the beginning from the end. Amen. He knows the end from the beginning. I know the beginning from the end. Nothing does not know. So we are always keeping ourselves free. Brothers and sisters, make up your mind to be obedient to His words. Only His words are enough for you to live with. Nothing else. Not what the society is talking about. No. You can only come to church every day, throughout the whole year, hear the sermon. It's the same story of Jesus Christ and His principles. Nothing is different. But make up your mind to be obedient to his words. Otherwise, his promises cannot work in you. God does not promise and fail. He's faithful. No one fails. Our God is faithful. Anytime it fails, just know it's you that is caused. This year he promised us prosperity throughout the beginning of the year. You are not saying it's your fault. Because God is faithful. Check yourself now. Where am I faulting? Start for obedience. You will know where you are faulting. And when you do that, God himself will help you. And you make it in life. And this coming year, you'll be roasting with whatever you want. Why? Because he's the owner. He's the owner of everything. Owner of your life. Owner of your property. Whatever it is his. You are bought with a price. You are a slave to him now. If you don't want to know, if you want to hear me wrong, you are a slave to God. You are a slave to Jesus Christ. He bought you with price. So it's your Lord. You have to obey him. He said, do this, do that. If you don't do it, nothing can do. You cannot force him. You cannot force you to accept him. But also, you cannot force him to do anything for you. So, brothers and sisters, please, the year is running to an end. We want to see ourselves rolling into a new year with glorious things in our lives. For that reason, make up your mind now to decide to obey God totally, fully. Not where in some ways so I'll try, but other ways I cannot. No! Nothing like that. Make sure in everything you obey him. He wouldn't tell you that obedience is better than sacrifice. He tells you something there. You must listen to it. He's telling you something there. Say, when I do anything wrong, I won't tell God, forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. So all I need to do is to tell God, forgive me. No. Try to obey. Make your mind or your mind to obey him. Then you will see how faithful he is. Then this year, that the devil every year has already blessed you with before, from January till now, that the enemy is still holding on to. You'll be surprised within 24 today till 31st this month. God by his spirit will go there and release your blessing to you. And you harvest it this same 2017. It cannot cross over to 2018. No. Whatever is your blessing, my prayer for everyone here is whatever God has blessed you with past years and even this last year 2017, that up till now has not manifested, is still in the hand of the enemy. We don't want crossover. Father, let it release these last few days in this year in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Father, let your grace come upon your children. Amen. Father, we ask for one more thing, that your spirit want it to come upon everyone. Amen. To be able to touch us and let us know, to have desire for your work. Amen. To have desire for your things. Amen. That the enemy will no more again rope us in, Father. We say enough is enough. Yes. We want to work for you, Lord. Amen. Father, empower us by your spirit. Amen. Let your Holy Spirit touch everyone that is here. Amen. That we are able to live for you only. And anything that you have already promised us in the past years and months, Father, we want result in the same last week of the year. Amen. To bring glory to your name, Father. We don't want any crossover. Carry over 2018. No, Father. Your blessing this year must manifest in the name of Jesus Christ. Father, take over everyone that the enemy is slipping away from us, Father, reconcile them back to yourself. Amen. Father, reconcile them back to yourself. Amen. Father, we ask in the name of Jesus Christ, the authority you are giving unto us, the enemy has no more authority over us anymore. Therefore, Father, we command in the name of Jesus Christ that anyone that the enemy is slipping away, they reconcile back in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. They see reconciliation back in the name of Jesus Christ. Father, reconcile them back today. Father, let your grace be in this house. Amen. Father, show yourself in our midst, Father. Amen. Let your children that are here today to celebrate you tomorrow, Father, that grace of yours can come upon them, Father. Amen. Father, as we come here tomorrow to celebrate the gift you gave to us, Father, we ask that each one of us that are here, Father, whatever you are giving us, I say it again and again, that the enemy is still saying no to. Today we say yes in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. That one must receive it. Amen. That one must receive it in the name of Jesus Christ. It will not pass you by. Amen. It will not go over to the 80. No crossover. You must get it the same year. Father, let your angels be on guardians. Let your angels go fight the battle, Father. Send your angels. Send your angels. Send your angels to go fight the battle. That all your children, they get their blessing the same year, Father. Before you open up new chapter 2018 for us, Father, we trust you. We believe in you. Father, impart your Holy Spirit in us to give us that ability to have anxiety to serve you. Father, we are tired of the enemy. Father, day in, day out, fighting with us. Father, empower us. The authority you are giving unto us in Christ Jesus, Father. The inheritance that is in Christ Jesus, Father, let your children know it. That they claim their inheritance in Christ Jesus, Father. Amen. You have told us we have come out already. What is anything to do with us, Father? Let that inheritance manifest in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Father, we thank you. Thank you, mighty God. Amen. Thank you, everlasting Father. Amen. In Jesus' precious name, I pray for my brother this year. Amen. God bless you all.